Hi guys, James from DBG, and it's time for another showcase. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, especially of my own army. This is a 1,000 point, a mid or late war German Luftwaffe field division that can be used in either, well, it can be used all the time, but it's themed on the Eastern Front or the Normandy campaign. It'll work either way. As you can see, a lot of the infantry has blue uniforms. That's because the Luftwaffe have blue uniforms. And our Luftwaffe field divisions came about in mid-1942 when Goering heard of a group of paratroopers and Luftwaffe personnel who held off a concerted Soviet attack for an incredible amount of time and actually pushed them back. So he ordered the creation of a number of Luftwaffe field divisions, and he lavished all the latest equipment on them. So MG42s, towards the end of 1943, the STG-43, which is the original assault rifle, later improved with the STG-44. They had Pak-40s, they had Stugs. My army doesn't have a Stug because I've made so many Stugs that, even though they're really good really good assault gun, I'm kind of bored of them. Because I did a load for Flames of War as well, so I'm a bit bored of Stugs. So that's why I have the Marder instead. Which, if you look at some orders of battle, the Wehrmacht or Heer lent a couple of platoons of Marders to these divisions on the Eastern Front to help with taking out those pesky T-34s. Anyway, enough of the preamble. Let's go on with this. So, what we have is down here, these two guys here are my lieutenant and his assistant. They both have assault rifles. I'll have a look at those in a minute. We have a medic. We have a forward observer, a Luftwaffe forward observer, which seems appropriate. 5-man squad of Luftwaffe field division, 10-man squad field division, 10-man squad field division, 2 6-man squads of Fallschirmjäger, medium machine gun, a Pak-40. This is the Rubicon one, and we'll look at the size difference in a minute. And then over here we have the Marder. Now let's start with the Marder. Now you saw the video of me unboxing this and building it. This is the complete kit. As you can see, it comes up really nicely. The decals go on very quickly. The best warlord decals I've had for a long time went on really quickly. As you can see, a bit of weathering, mid-war, 3-colour patch, camouflage, and obviously the crew has been painted as Wehrmacht, not Luftwaffe. We have the MG42 team in transit. This is the easiest way to do one of those. It's just from the plastic grenadier box. You just take out 3 of them, and then they can be your redeploying MG42. This is my lieutenant, first lieutenant. Now, in the game, Luftwaffe Field Division are classed as green, which means they start as inexperienced, and when they take a casualty, you roll a d6, and on certain numbers that you roll, they either stay inexperienced and quite bad, or they go to ground and do nothing, or they upgrade to regular. Represents the inconsistent training and fervour of the Luftwaffe troops. Anyway, here's the assistant with his assault rifle. Here's the medic. Here's a spare metal medic I had lying around, so I thought I'll tuck him in. And the forward observer, Luftwaffe 1. Now, I believe the uniforms are actually a bit too blue. I had trouble finding a suitable blue, so I used some Games Workshop similar blues, but they've turned out a little bit too blue. So, and I've done something different with the splinter camouflage, which is the camouflage on the covered helmets and ponchos. Instead of doing the angled blocks of colour I normally do, I did horizontal and vertical stripes, little stripes. in brown and then over those in green, and they gave a much denser appearance. Right, let's look at some Fallschirmjäger. Now, as you can tell, there's a slight difference in colour of blue. It's a different colour blue I used on the trousers and caps. And these guys shouldn't actually have blue. They should be either field grey or olive green. But I thought, just to tie them into the rest of the army, I'd paint them blue. You've got all these. This guy here, he's armed with an FG-42, which is the assault rifle specifically designed for paratroopers. He had a 20 round box, the same rifle caliber and rifle size cartridge as the rifles and machine guns the Germans used. Look at this guy here. He's a Panzerfaust. His bare head, and he's got his helmet strapped to his equipment belt, bread bag and canteen. Right, now let's look at this. Now this is the Rubicon Pack 40. I based it on an old CD. That's what I do. It works really well. And all the extra bits of the kit, the ammo cases, boxes and spent cartridges everywhere. But that is a true scale 1/56 scale miniature. This is heroic scale 1/56 scale miniature. As you can see, there's a good 4mm in the difference in size. These are heroic, so big and chunky. These are real scale, true scale, so they're designed to look like well, probably for more scenic models or dioramas than gaming pieces, but it's roughly the same price as the Warlord one, and I prefer working in plastic, and you get far more extra bits than you do in the Warlord one, but it's just as good. Does exactly the same job. And when as you can see, when it's down to focus, there we go, when it's down with the army, you can hardly tell. So there you go, that is my 1000 point Luftwaffe Field Division Army for bolt action. I've had about a week or so to do this while I'm waiting for jobs to come in. The jobs have arrived, so the next video will be on my next job, which is some Games Workshop goodness and some other companies' medieval goodness, but there'll be videos about that coming up soon. So as usual guys, thanks for watching. Do all the YouTubey stuff, like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.